Sam.
There's no Sam. We started this group right after I did a semester here at OSU, and I was studying music, and there's this big name composer, American composer, Samuel Barber, and he's somebody you study, just no matter where you study music, he's just that important. And I just thought, it's kind of funny, he's got this name that's name, noun, title, whatever, somebody in the somebodies. And when we started, there were 3 of us, and we all sort of traded lead vocals, so I also just thought it was a little backwards having a somebody in the somebody's name when we really didn't have a front man.
Leader.
Yeah, so.
We also thought about the Smithereens for a while, but then we found out that's
a real band. Yeah.
Before he wrote it, we were watching sort of like a documentary on the Cars.
Yeah, sort of like a concert documentary.
Yeah, and when it showed concert footage, it would say the name of the song in subtitles and the year that they were playing it. And there's a song called Let's Go, and they were playing it in 1982, and the subtitles just said, Let's Go 1982.
We just thought that was really funny.
I don't know why.
It's not funny, but we thought it was funny, and we were like, well, we have to write a song called Let's Go 1982. And
we had a contest to see who would write it first, and I never even started.
Yeah,
so
I actually wrote it that night, but I didn't tell him. He's just now finding this out. Yeah, and I added 2 into it because Let's Go 1982 was just too silly. It's a lovey song. It's a character song. It's not necessarily about anyone in particular, but just sort of describing someone who's maybe a little nicer to other people than they should be and isn't aware of what people actually think of them or how they're actually treating them. Just someone who's a little too head in the clouds to really understand what's going on around them, but they're just a swell person anyway. You can write the words and they can mean something at a time, but even if you just sing those words exactly and you're not really thinking about why you wrote them, why you're singing them, it's just going to sound like a mathematical singer. It's going to just sound like a bland version of you. But when you really process, the meaning of those words, and if you're describing a certain moment or like just general happening in your life or in someone else's, when you really hone in on that, you just sound different. You sound authentic, and I think that attracts people to bands. There's tons of bands that are just great and they sound good, but when a band sounds like themselves and no one else, that's the point. That's why someone wants to listen to that band as opposed to any other band that's good. So
that was so deep.
That was too deep.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't.